Jambo! Hello from Kenya.
Now I think the cunning plan is to have a cheeky splash down the river again. Maybe go Sash Mission, which is the sweetest waterfall I have ever seen in my whole life. That's a fact. And once the river has been suitably romped, home for beer and curry. That's home to Nairobi for beer and curry, mind. Sorry, that's the wife's going to see this, isn't it? No. Afterwards, what we're going to do is we're going to head back for an early night's sleep so that we're, suitably rested and, able to make sensible decisions and stay safe.
day 3 in Kenya. Driven a good probably an hour and a half from where we're staying at the Savage Wilderness Camp, and we're about to jump onto the Maragua. We've driven up some rather dusty tracks in our awesome 4x4 by our expert guides. Never in a million years would we have found this place on our own, but the scenery is just absolutely spectacular. The sun is just scorching, and I'm looking forward to a good day in the river. Man, what a day, what a day. I think we got in the river about 11 o'clock. It's now just after 3:30, and that was everything from grade 1 to grade death, the 130 odd foot waterfall. Wow, unbelievable, awesome run. The 7th November. We are just starting our last day of the safari tour. James Savage dropped us off with these guys' game trackers on Friday morning. We We're all the way up to the Masai Mara Safari Camp on the most potholed road this world has ever seen. Literally within 5 minutes of entering the camp, we saw 4 cheetahs chowing down on some lovely gazelle. So far it's just been awesome. We've seen everything we could imagine and more. Elephants, the rare black rhino, one of only 250,000 in the world. Giraffes, hippos, lions, people getting stuck in their cars 6 feet away from the lions. It's just been incredible. And this is our campground. It's hosted by these game trackers folk, and they've been taking excellent care of us over the past couple of days. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Awesome vehicle. Relatively basic but comfortable beds, toilets. Perfect. We're going to go and watch the sunrise in the Masai Mara camp just now. Hopefully get some cool footage of that and head back to Naivasha today to meet James. Looking forward to it.
What day is it today again?
I think it could be Thursday. It could be Thursday, but it could be Wednesday. It's kind of hard to tell. I think we're off to try to do a first ascent on the South Mfoya. I had the map, which I guess makes me designated navigator, but as far as I can tell, have been driven for the last hour at least. I don't think we've managed to get onto the map yet. And we're we're having a chat with the locals. We're hopefully they're pointed in the right direction. But it could be a write-off for the day.
Don't let Giles sit in the front seat.
How is this my fault?
You're at the map.
We've not been on the map yet.
Well, here we are again on the South Mfoya in Kenya. First descent. How's it going so far, James?
Well, Ian, so far so good. There was one big mofo, mother of all waterfalls. It was probably about, as my estimation, a good 20 to 30 metres high. And on the lead-in there's probably about maybe 2 or 3 metres of a lead-in of a ledge to that. So it was the ledge, the mofo waterfall, and it was all death below that.
James, what do we know about this river?
We know nothing. We know there's water in the river. We know the road is always on the river left, but other than that, nothing. I know nothing.
And how are you getting on, Giles?
Awesome, thoroughly enjoying it. What more can I say? There's just horizon lines everywhere. There's more rapids than, you can shake a stick at if you were a stick shaking type. And we're just about to fire up another cheeky little drop and crack on. I think we've descended about 50 metres. It's 1:30. We've got another 200 metres to descend before the get out. So let's get our skates on.
Sweet.
Right guys, we're just off the South Mathoya. It's our first ascent, round about 14 k's, grade 1 to 6. I'll rephrase that, grade 1 to 5, bracket 6. We ported some, we paddled some, admittedly. Giles sort of in the background, Giles paddled most of the rapids. Ian followed suit, but to be fair, I kind of walked on being the granddaddy and all, but awesome from Giles and Ian, great leadership skills from the boys. It's been an absolutely fantastic day. I'm absolutely exhausted. I can't wait to go back home and get a shower.
Goat, we're getting goat.
We're having some goat tonight, so I'm looking forward to that and a few beers.
Good morning, James. Well, where are we? We are in a school hotel guest house type thing was it in Mago? I'm not sure where we are. Yesterday, James Savage, James Fleming, Giles Chater, me and Lexi Russell went to go and check out the Sondu Gorge after some rather significant off-road driving and quite a trek. We found a rather large waterfall or two. Definitely go, but we've had a lot of rain here recently, so we walked away to come again another day. We arrived here late last night with a friend of James's having access to fresh beds, fresh sheets, hot water, and a lot of other delights that we had forgotten existed, like a toaster. Today we're off to look at the Yala. Not sure what's going on there, but we'll certainly find out and we'll let you know how we got.
The trip eventually culminated in the boys paddling through the Kakamega forest on the Yala River. It was a first ascent. The boys studied the map the night before, discussed access egress points, knew where the car was for support. Ultimately, once the boys committed through the Kakamega forest, they were on their own.
Because up here you're at, that's at 1680. That's 1500. So it's 180 meters plus. Through the forest.
How much?
180 meters lost through the forest there.
The river was about 20 kilometres long, graded 1 to 5 plus, and included a portage just over a kilometre long.
How far? Kilometre maybe?
Easy K, I think. Well,
What's our altitude? What have we dropped?
1570. We got a 1700. So we've dropped 130 meters
In 2 kilometres.
in 2 kilometers, maybe 2.5k.
And here we are,
sat in our boats looking slightly weary after, well, it was a portage, and as I'm sure most of you are aware, I don't like portages at the best of times, but this portage, it took the piss. It just, oh, we portaged for like ages, and then we got to a horizon line and I saw how much portaging was left, and there were almost tears. But I'd already sweated all the liquid out of my body by that time, so I just had to put on my miserable face and crack on. But we made it to the bottom, and we're lying around like invalids at the moment, gonna recharge and head off. The good news is though, even though we've dropped 130 meters, it doesn't seem to be letting up gradient at all, so at least it's all downhill from here.
The day started off well, the boys were in high spirits, the sun was high in the sky. All this was leading the team into a false sense of security. As the boys ventured deeper into the Kakamega forest, eddies were few and far between. The forest took grip and engulfed the river. Spacing, teamwork and discipline were all key to getting the team through the forest. Torrential rain set upon the team. Visibility was reduced and was down to about 10 to 20 metres. Unbeknown to the group, lurking round a blind corner was a rapid of significant gradient and difficulty. James, leading the group at this stage, paddled river left into the last gasp eddy. Trees are never your friend on a river, however, on this occasion, there was an exception to the rule. As James came into the eddy, he grabbed what he thought was a root. Fortunately enough for him, it held. James Savage and Ian Letton 5 metres above them. Eventually getting out the boats and eventually making their way through the thick, dense forest, they saw the rapid. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and if the boys could have or should have taken into the forest was a machete, but not just a machete each. The thick, dense forest was exceptionally difficult to navigate through, and the boys subconsciously realised that filming and documenting the trip was secondary to the boys getting off the river safely. Kayaking out the forest, the sense of elation was immense. This was shared throughout the group. Coming back into cultivated land, fields, easy bank access was overwhelming. Because today has been an absolute epic on the Yala River. Another first descent done. 20 k's graded everything between 1 and 5 plus. To be fair to Ian ran most of the rapids, followed by James. We went through probably about 10 k's of forest. This is different stuff. There's forests and there's forests. Back up there was a forest. We could have each done with a machete to sort of help hack our way through and do some inspections.
Honestly, my deck did pop! I didn't swim!
No way!
No way! My deck! It's his deck! It popped! Honestly! Man, I missed my boost stroke.
Ian, what happened?
Well, a whole number of reasons. Wrong line at the start, missed my boost stroke, penciled it, deck imploded, obviously I didn't swim. The end.
The good news is though, even though we've dropped 130 meters, it doesn't seem to be letting up gradient at all, so at least it's all downhill from here.
Okay, so we're now down to 2 vehicles stuck. You can see one vehicle sort of in over my shoulder, but that little Nissan is preventing the other 4x4 getting out, so we need to move, well, not we, but they need to move the Nissan out of the way before we can get the 4x4 out. Again, just to reiterate now, we've probably got about 20 fresh hunks of meat walking about the Masai Mara, and the lions are on patrol, the cheetahs are on patrol, there's hyenas coming out the woodwork, all licking their lips, giving it yum yum yum. Biped Homo sapien can't run to save themselves, let's have a little snack. Anyway, I'm not going any further away from this vehicle. Right, okay, we're finished in Kenya. The 2 weeks has been absolutely awesome. We could not have done it without the help of James Savage and his team and his crew. Thanks very much to James. And the guys at Big Dog, thanks very much to all the guys at Big Dog, that without your help and support again, this is very difficult.